everybody, Sean from Movie Assault here, and it is time once again for another video. This time around, it is my September 2024 pickups, and I've got stuff this time out from Half Price Books, eBay, Amazon, Shout Factory / Scream Factory, and I think that's it. Oh, and my last haul from Whatnot, probably for the foreseeable future. So I'll start off with one-off that I got from Godzilla.com. I'll give you 3 guesses as to what this is, and the first 2 don't count. I haven't even had a chance to open this yet, but it is, of course, Godzilla -1, the Japanese collector's edition. I got this in about a week and a half ago. I have not had a chance to open it yet. This is one of several copies of this that I've ordered just because it was one of my favorite movies of 2023, and I really wanted to have this on 4K. I had no idea when it was going to get released in the United States. Of course, now it is coming out in November, but this is just a spectacular edition of it. You're probably wondering, well, how do you know? You haven't opened it yet. I've seen many unboxings of it, but I haven't had a chance to unbox it myself. I've seen the movie 4 times, so I know the movie very well. Just haven't had a chance to unbox this version, but I am so glad to finally have this in my collection. And I'm looking forward to having a quote-unquote regular version in my collection that I will probably end up being my beater copy that I'll watch all the time. Okay. Next up are from Half Price Books. I picked up 3 things when I was there last time. 2 of them are these 2 movie packs from Mill Creek Entertainment. Jim from Jim's Movie Channel has a big influence on this month's pickups. He told me and Kenny actually, about a movie called Deep Rising when he guest starred on the Talking Movies with Sean and Kenny podcast, and he talked about Deep Rising, and so I found it on Blu-ray along with The Puppet Masters with the late great Donald Sutherland, which I've seen, and that's an okay movie, but I have not seen Deep Rising, so I've added both of those to the collection. Looking forward to watching Deep Rising. He said it was an okay kaiju-esque movie, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. Unfortunately, both movies are on 1 disc. And then I was in the clearance section of Half Price Books and picked this collection of spaghetti westerns up for $3. This is The Grand Duel and Keoma with Franco Nero. Grand Duel has Lee Van Cleef, and this, I'm assuming, would be the same, having both movies on 1 disc. I have not watched either of these yet, but Lee Van Cleef came up in our discussion of westerns on the Talking Movies with Sean, Kenny, and Jim podcast, because now Jim he got promoted from guest to host. And then this was also in the clearance section at Half Price Books. This is a film called 999 with what I thought was a pretty decent cast. Excuse me, a pretty decent cast. So I don't know really that it was the plot that sold me on this, but the cast. The cast is Kate Winslet, Casey Affleck, Anthony Mackie, Aaron Paul, Clifton Collins Jr., Norman Reedus, Teresa Palmer, Michael K. Williams, Gal Gadot, and Woody Harrelson. And I'm probably guessing that some of those people may be in the movie for all of 5 minutes, but who knows? But 999. If you've seen it, let me know in the comments below if it's worth $3. Okay, these next pickups are from eBay. Also influenced by Jim, also influenced by our Westerns conversation the other night. I picked up Sundown, The Vampire in Retreat. Jim said this was a pretty good one, so I picked it up, found it for a decent price. I have not seen this either, but if Jim recommends it, he and I have very similar tastes, more or less, So gonna give that one a shot. Then I also picked this one up. Get prepared for spooky season. This is the 20 film set of Hammer films from Mill Creek. Got this for an excellent price off of eBay. The former Blow It Outta Here shop, I think it's called Pop Market now. This sometimes some people are selling this for like $84 or something. The list price on this is supposedly $120. I got this for $26, I think it was. Some ridiculously low price. It's 20 films. And I'll show you if you want to pause and take a look at the films that are on there. This has been around for a while. It's not like it's a brand new set or anything, but got it at a fantastic, could not beat the price, so pick that up. And then also pick this up. I've seen this film, but Jim mentioned it, and I realized I didn't have it in my collection. This is Sean Connery in Outland, which is sort of like High Noon in space. I have not seen this in damn near probably 20 years. This came out in 1981. The last time I watched this, I lived back in Pennsylvania, and I haven't lived there since the 90s, so it's been a while. Definitely due for a rewatch on this one. All right, next up, I took advantage of a Shout Factory, Scream Factory sale. I think these things were going out of print. It was their out of print sale. So I picked up Beneath, a film by Larry Fessenden. This looks like a killer fish movie. Does not look particularly fantastic, but the trailer looked all right, so I figured I would give it a shot. It's about a bunch of high school kids that get stuck on a boat, and some sort of creature is prowling underneath them, and of course hijinks ensue. Also, another Jim recommendation. He actually told me about this being on sale, and I had actually already ordered it, but we had gotten to talking about Slapshot, and this was available for $12 in a steelbook on the Shout Factory site. So this is with Paul Newman, and I have never seen this, which kind of shocked some people. But looking forward to seeing this from 1977. Watched the trailer for this one. I thought this looked very good. It is sort of a Western, but it takes place in Ireland. So it literally says on the back, it's a resonant, beautifully performed Irish Western. But I don't know that much about it other than seeing the trailer. It's called Black 47 with Hugo Weaving. If you've seen this, let me know in the comments below. I think it looked really interesting from the trailer. And then this also looked really good from the trailer, and I've seen this around quite a bit. This is supposedly inspired by a true story, and it has an excellent cast. Don Cheadle, Chiwetel Ejiofor, I'm probably destroying his name. I gotta learn how to pronounce his name because I destroy it every single time. Cedric the Entertainer, Taraji P. Henson, Mike Epps, and Martin Sheen in Talk to Me. I watched the trailer for this and I thought it looked damn good. And I love Don Cheadle, and I think everything, I don't think he's made a bad movie that I'm aware of, at least any that I've seen. So that looked really good. And then I picked this up. I've seen Dragon, the Bruce Lee story. I actually saw that in the theater when it came out, although that obviously has been a while. But I have not seen Unleashed with Jet Li. I think, yeah, that came out in 2003. I think that came out or played at my theater, but it didn't stay very long. But that has Morgan Freeman and Bob Hoskins as well. So mainly picked this up for Dragon, but glad to get Unleashed on there too. So interesting. All right, next up is the stuff I picked up from Whatnot. This is the last batch of stuff that I got from Elfster Cards, who has basically retired from selling on Whatnot for the time being due to medical reasons. So hopefully he comes back better than ever. I wish him the best. But I got some good stuff from him from my last haul, and the first of which is this Resident Evil Collection Steelbook, which includes all 6, I think it's 6, of the Resident Evil films. Unfortunately, they're all stacked on top of each other. But I didn't have any of the Resident Evil films, and I've only seen the first one. So I was happy to add these to the collection. The first one, it's been, 17 years since I've seen the first one. And I thought it was okay, but I figured I would add the rest of the collection and see how they are. And I thought the Steelbook is not 100% in great shape. It's got a couple of dings and scratches on it, but I got it for a decent price. I think I paid $16 for this. So for all the movies and it being a Steelbook, I thought that was pretty decent. Oh, and there's the back. I don't know if I showed it. There's not too much there, just the umbrella symbol. And I also picked this up. This is an upgrade from the DVD, which I still haven't watched. But it is Ethan Hawke as Tesla. I picked up the DVD for $1, and I think I picked the Blu-ray up for $3. But I have not seen this yet. If you've seen this, let me know how it is. And then I think this is a film that I actually may have double dipped on by accident, but it is Nicolas Cage in Stolen. I think I have it in a Nicolas Cage like double or triple movie pack, and I didn't realize it until after I got it in the mail. But you can never have too many Nicolas Cage movies. And then this I saw in the theater. I thought it was really good and wanted to add it to the collection. Really enjoyed this. Kind of it's a very emotional movie, but I know it's based on a Swedish film, which I have not seen. But it is A Man Called Otto with Tom Hanks and Mariana Trevino, Rachel Keller, Manuel Garcia Rulfo, I think that is the name. It's very small. I can't read it. Truman Hanks and Mike Birbiglia. Filmed by Mark Forrester. Saw this in the theater for my birthday when it came out, I think in 2022. Oh, it was 2023. 2022. I don't know. Whenever it came out, I saw it on my birthday. But I thought it was really good and did not have it in the collection, so I picked it up. Kenny picked this up and encouraged me to do the same. I don't know if he's watched it, but I have not watched it yet. This is a film with... Who's in this? It says it's from the producer of John Wick and Sicario. But it has Rosamund Pike, Joel Kinnaman, Common, Ana de Armas, and Clive Owen in The Informer. It looks like one of your kind of B-budget movies that you would find in Walmart or something. I don't recognize the director or the writers. But I don't know. Should be interesting. And then last but not least, I picked up Jennifer Lawrence, Robert De Niro and Bradley Cooper in Joy. I was kind of curious about this. I have not seen this, so this is a blind buy. Basically the same cast that was in Silver Linings Playbook, which I enjoyed, but I kind of unfair to compare the two because I don't think they're directed by the same people. It's not directed by the same person, I don't believe. David O. Russell. I can't remember who directed Silver Linings Playbook off the top of my head. So feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, picked up Joy. All right. Next group of stuff is going to finish us out, and it is all stuff I picked up from Amazon with a few more gym recommendations. Picked up Kentucky Fried Movie, directed by John Landis, and very early Zaz production, Jerry Zucker, James Abrams, and David Zucker. So if you're interested in seeing what they were up to before Airplane, this would be the movie to see. We were talking about this movie on our comedies top 10 comedies movie, or top 10 comedy show that we had a couple of weeks ago, 3-4 weeks ago now. This wasn't in any of, I don't think this was anybody's list. I don't remember if it was in anybody's list. I think it might have been in Jim's list. I can't remember now. But anyway, Jim recommended it. I finally, I'm adding this to my collection, and it is a blind buy. You may be surprised by this, but it is The Lost Boys. I have never seen The Lost Boys. I know, I can hear you gasping right now. I have never seen it. There was a really good sale on The Lost Boys on 4K, so I picked it up. I have always said that I preferred Near Dark. I think I saw this at a party. I was half watching it, half paying attention, but I can't remember 90% of what happened. So I just basically consider I have not seen this film, because I don't remember this scene, for instance. If it's important enough to be on the cover of the film, or the cover of the box, cover of the movie, I don't remember what that was all about. So I consider myself not having seen this film. So, yeah. Lost Boys. This I picked up because it is from Film Masters. It is one of their limited edition releases. I think this is their first limited edition. I don't know what that means, like how many of them they're releasing, but it is a Hicksploitation film from 1976. It is called Redneck Miller. It's about a DJ who gets his motorcycle stolen, and it's used in a drug deal, so he faces off against a bunch of unsavory characters to clear his name. It is part of their archive collection. Redneck Miller. How can you resist a movie with a cover like that? But I really dig movies from the 70s, especially these like Hicksploitation type films. It's right up my alley. And Film Masters has been doing great work in bringing back movies that have been available in either super crappy versions that have been in the public domain for a long time, or that have not been available at all. And I'm just supporting their work and picking up what they put out every month. Also picked up some Criterions, a few Criterion collections. We were talking about Albert Brooks on the comedy show, and I did not realize, because I picked we were talking about Defending Your Life and Lost in America, and I didn't realize that this one was also available on Criterion. This is Real Life, and this is from 1979. I've seen this, but it has been a really long time. So, again, I just consider I haven't seen it because I couldn't remember anything from it. But this is sort of a almost a prediction of reality TV. He basically goes in as a filmmaker to observe a family wearing a ridiculous suit camera, or a camera suit, to observe an American family and capture the truth of the American family on film. So I'm really looking forward to watching this. I'm a little sad because there's a loose disc inside, so I'll have to take a look at it. But Real Life, directed by Albert Brooks, starring Albert Brooks. And then this just came out recently. This is a film that I have seen. It has been a while, but I remember loving it. It is a super dark comedy. Disturbing. It says disturbingly funny. I've also got to warn you that if the camera starts shaking, it's because my cat is now rubbing against the tripod, or will be soon. But this is Happiness, directed by Todd Solondz. This has a fantastic cast. It's Jane Addams, Elizabeth Ashley, Dylan Baker, Laura Flynn Boyle, Ben Gazzara, Jared Harris, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Luis Lasser, John Lovitz, Cameron Manheim, Rufus Reed, and Cynthia Stevenson. It was written and directed by Todd Solondz. The first time I watched this, I watched this after Welcome to the Dollhouse, which is the movie that he's probably best known for. I I didn't particularly, I enjoyed Welcome to the Dollhouse, but I don't think I got it. This I got and enjoyed the hell out of it. I just was really wanting to watch this again. This is as dark as comedy gets. I don't know. I just really enjoyed this. It's probably says something about me, but hey, somebody else made a movie about it, that stuff, and it made me laugh. And then another Jim recommendation, but I knew about this one because I've seen it. I used to have this on a VHS that I used to watch over and over and over again at my parents' house. This is Hollywood Shuffle from Robert Townsend. We talked about this on the comedy show. And this is one of my all-time favorites, but it's kind of a lost favorite because I have not seen this probably since the 80s or the early 90s. So I'm really looking forward to watching this again. I used to watch this all the time. I used to be able to quote it, but not anymore. I have not seen it. It's been probably 30, 35 years since I've seen this movie. This came out in 1987. Just a lot of different sketches written and directed by Robert Townsend with help from Keenan Ivory Wayans. But this is just hysterical from the 80s. It's definitely a product of its time, but just absolutely hilarious. So there you go. That's what I picked up in the month of September of 2024. As always, let me know if you've seen anything that I picked up and what you thought of it. And as always, if you're a new subscriber here, thank you very much for subscribing. I know I've picked up a few subscribers over the last month or so. And I really do appreciate everybody who comments and has been liking the videos. There goes the camera. Sorry. Do you want to be on camera? Huh? You want to be on camera? No? You freaking out? Okay. My cat does not want to be on camera, but she does want attention. So, sorry. So that's it. So as always, thanks for watching. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. And I will see you later. We're right in the, well, not right in the middle, but right at the beginning of the month. So the Halloween 15 has started. And looking forward to getting through the rest of the month watching a lot of horror movies. So share that experience with me and tune in for those. So those reviews are coming. Another one will be coming in 2 days. Or 1 day, depending on when this gets uploaded. Have a good evening, night, morning, whenever you're watching this, afternoon. And yeah, take it easy.